Hello there, guys. First 11 YouTube channel. We are live for the EFL show every Monday at 6:30. No, we're a little bit later. We do apologise. Technical difficulties on my end. It's entirely my fault, as is Dogster Rovers in general. Charlie couldn't be with us today, unfortunately, but we are with Niall, who's a Plymouth fan. Niall, very interesting week in the world of the Football League.
What was it? I suppose we've got playoffs, haven't we? So, I know football just in general. It's been so hectic when you're covering the Premier League and all of that. It's a bit non-stop. It's quite funny because I'm going to be covering Euros as well. So it's sort of like the Euros have been slowly approaching finishing the Prem. Well, my season finished. I'm finishing. Oh shit! Yeah, it wasn't Forest Green, was it? My bad. And then that is my bad. I'll change that. I don't know if I can change that. Oh well, not my problem. Forest Green will love us. But yeah, it's just a bit mad, obviously. Covering Argyle, our season then finish, and Premier League still going on. That finishes, and you still got the Europa League, Champions League. And you're sort of flying into the Euros, so it's a bit mad, but look, it's fun.
Yeah, it's all fun. Obviously, we're talking about a lot of things in this stream today. Keep getting your comments in, guys. We'll read them all out on this show. Do not worry. Please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another video here on the First 11 YouTube channel. Lots to get through today. The playoff semi-finals. We're going to be giving an early prediction of the three finals. Of course, you guys know who that is right now. Championship, Brentford versus Swansea for a place in the Premier League next season with Norwich and Watford, replacing Fulham, Sheffield United and West Brom. In League One, it's Blackpool versus Lincoln. Not everyone's bookie's favourite for a final, for a place in the Championship with Hull and Peterborough to replace Wickham, Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham United. Of course, no late relegation for Derby. The points deduction will probably be next season. And of course, League Two, Morecambe versus Newport for a spot in League One to replace Rochdale, Bristol Rovers, Swindon and Northampton with Cheltenham, Cambridge and Bolton. Lots to get through, of course, as well. Bit of a congratulations to Sutton United for reaching their first ever season in the Football League next season. Congratulations to you guys. You deserve it. Torquay will have to fight out in the playoffs. And, of course, we've got some team news for ourselves as well. Our clubs have got some good news. Bit of a debate over Reece James. For us, is he going to sign? Is he not? I'm sure there's a couple of stuff from Argyle, a couple of new contracts and stuff like that. But we're going to fly into all of that straight away in this stream. We're going to start with you, Niall. Obviously, your captain, Joe Edwards, signing a new 2-year deal. Your first signing of the window, James Wilson from Ipswich, the experienced centre-back. Injury prone, but Ryan Lowe can deal with that potentially. Bit of an interesting week for Argyle with these new deals.
Yeah, we had Ryan Law as well sign a new contract today, which is good. He's a youngster but he's looked good in his time that he's played. He's not much to say about him really. He's a good lad with the capabilities to impress this season, next season, whatever the hell we're saying it as. James Wilson, yeah, that signing I am excited about. It's a leader, it's someone with experience, something that Plymouth Argyle have been lacking for quite some time. So yeah, especially at the back. Interesting that Ryan has basically come out and said that he's going to be starting from back to front in terms of transfers. So he said normally because he was a forward, he'd work front to back. Just sort of understand to a degree, which probably means we're going to miss out on Mullins purely because we're not doing much work on that because we're working front to back, back to front. But that's fine because Luke Jepcott I think will stay. I hear rumours that he's going. I don't believe them rumours at all. We've got Ryan Hardy, we've got Niall Ennis. Look, we'll probably get a backup. It might be a loan, it might be someone permanently, which look, all is good there. So I was pleased to hear that. I was pleased to know that he's going front to back. And yeah, I think James Wilson first signing is a signal, isn't it? It's saying we know that this hasn't been anywhere near good enough, and we want to improve that. So I'm all cool with that. I think we're definitely in the right direction, but so far so good. I mean, and then obviously Joe Edwards. Joe was always going to stay. There was never any doubts. I suppose the worry for me is Danny Mayer still hasn't put his signature down yet. Neither's Conor Grant. So Ryan doesn't seem too worried. He seems to be quietly confident quite openly confident that they'll sign new deals. So I suppose that we should be confident as well. But yeah, of course, there's always going to be that worry because you don't want your best players to walk away. So no, I mean, as I say, it's been good, but there's a lot more that we need to do before we can even think that our stuff is finished. But look, it's a good start. We just need to take it to our next level now, because so far we've done well, but the turnover between the seasons are going to be a bit mad. So I'd like to have something done quicker if possible.
Yeah, 100%. It sounds like very interesting stuff from Argyle. And of course, there is still lots of stuff from the transfer window to go. So there's still a lot of time for plumbers to get their deals done from back to front. Now, before we go on to about the stuff from my club, is there any stuff in the comments?
Yep, give me just 2 seconds. I was just turning on the light.
Oh, no worries.
I should be more prepared. Should have been more prepared. What have we got here? Why is Aaron stood up? He's Charlie. Aaron's a bit of a strange one, but we think he's all right. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's just you know what? There's no chairs around me. Fuck it, let's just do it. Yeah,
it was too lazy to go get a chair.
Yeah,
we've got more as well. Don't worry. Always here. Don't worry to correct if needed. Yep, that's Newport, not Forest Green. My bad. Us Carlisle fans don't like Morecambe fans, so I don't want Morecambe to be promoted. Using my iPad, it's Daniel, Haynal, and Aaron. Big up to Daniel in the chat as well. But yeah, I suppose what's happened with your shitty little club then?
A couple of little things, to be fair. I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, because I am releasing a video this evening. You can see the channel name just down below.
Well, no, you should be going through all of your shit, because that is what you're paid to do.
I'll go through as much as possible. So, firstly, in terms of the transfer strategy,
all of it gone through.
In terms of the transfer strategy of Richie Wellens, what he has basically said in Free Press today is we're looking at least 3 to 4 permanent signings, and the official statement is loans cannot be the bedrock of this team. Basically, we're looking at Anderson, Taylor. We're looking at a couple of other experienced names that are already in the squad, and then 3 or 4 permanent signings at least, as well as that, to be the foundations of the new squad. And apparently, according to the recruitment meeting last Thursday, they've been doing some calls. They've been making some calls. They're 24/7 people. So they're already making calls, getting targets down. And in terms of one of the people we're trying to keep, there is other contract updates. Hassani, Lakila, we're still opening talks. We're still setting a final sort of message.
Have you made any signings yet?
We haven't made any signings yet, but
you're a bit slow.
Yeah, no. But I think we're aiming. We're already doing the calls. We're already getting the contacts and setting them in stone. Then we're fully announcing them. Probably expect to be the back end of next month, so back end of June, around when my birthday is. So we're setting all the stones in place and then revealing it all at the back end of the month, ready for pre-season start in July. So it's a smart approach. So it's a very interesting one. But in terms of contracts, Hassani, Lakila, we've opened talks. We're apparently setting the final stone in place to see if we're going to keep Halliday all right. The big one, though, is Reece James. Now, there's been a lot of stuff around Reece James, and I've spoken about that in the video we released this evening. basically, what we know so far is he's come out and said there is no other League One club he will join other than us. If he's going to go anywhere, it's the Championship. If not, he's staying with us. So if we can fend off the Championship interest and there's not enough strong interest, then James is staying with us and signing a new contract. Sheffield Wednesday have been piping up and saying, well, hang on a minute, we're interested in Reece James. But he's come out and said all this. So in my personal opinion, Sheffield Wednesday, back off, because you're clearly not signing him if you're in League One. But what Wellings is really keen on Reece James. He plays the right style. He plays the style that Wellings wants to play. So that's another factor in us keeping Reece James. So in my opinion, I fully expect to keep our player of the season. We're expecting to announce a one-year deal for our new youth centre-back, Ben Blythe, in the coming week or so. So that's great news. Obviously, hopefully announce new contracts with Hassani and Lakilo, as well as Reece James, and also get the new signings through the door in the next couple of months. But Niall, I've spoken to you about potential targets in the past, and there's some. Obviously, we can't say who, but there's some names on that list that are very, very exciting indeed. And when I first saw the list of names, I was very excited as well.
But what's the one thing that I've always said? Doesn't matter how many good players you get, if it isn't quite good enough, it won't be good enough. It's as simple as that, really. I mean, look, I understand the excitement, but I don't think people realise how difficult it is to get promotion with new players, especially in League One. The League One is the hardest league of them all.
It's the most competitive league in English football, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really competitive, and it's going to be hard to get out of. And I think the main message I've got to get to fans as an influencer is give it time, back the manager, give him the couple 2-3 years for the process.
The fans, don't give him time. Don't do anything. Ignore what Aaron is saying. If Richie Wellings has not got you top 2 within the first 4 games, call for his sacking. Absolute meltdown. Meltdowns a lot. Call for his sacking. Ask to sack the assistants, sack the players, and then bring in Butler again, because he's very, very good. Also, big up to Liam in the chat, and he's trying to do Sky Sports how they do it by the stadium now. Yeah, I'm not doing that bullshit, because fuck that.
No. To be fair, speaking of Sky Sports, I've got a couple of interviews lined up in the next couple of weeks. So very exciting time for me personally. So
you are
big
no
up
fan.
for everyone. You are?
I said Doncaster have no fans.
So say that's the 1,002 or so that were there at Coppinger's farewell.
Congratulations on the. That's less fans than Torquay United. That's mad.
Good luck to Torquay in the playoffs to get into the Football League.
You don't mean that.
Let's get into talking about the playoff semi-finals before we start predicting finals. On football, I'm not going to go through each leg individually, just overall over the 2 legs, what we thought. So, I mean, we've got to start off with Bournemouth versus Brentford in the Championship. I mean, Bournemouth.
Hold up. My job title says Leagues 1 and 2. When the fuck did I have to start commenting on the Championship?
I'm kidding with you.
Indiana hasn't paid me enough for that.
I'm kidding you on.
I'm still waiting on my £5 billion paycheck. So if either of you are watching, where's my £1 billion?
I'm kidding you on. Let's just get started in League One. I'm kidding you on.
That's what I thought.
We start with obviously Lincoln Sunderland first of all. I mean, Jesus Louise, Lincoln City hung on in there in the second leg, but in the first leg they had some decent spells against Sunderland. I mean, overall, would you say Lincoln deserved it over the 2 legs, or do you think Sunderland just really missed out, in your opinion?
Well, who won the tie? I'm not even trying to be funny there. Yeah. Now the thing is, fans have been a huge impact, haven't they? I don't think we've seen an away win in the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Newport, but that was after extra time, wasn't it?
That was an aggregate overall, not the actual scoreline, because the second leg was 4-2 to Forest Green.
But no, for me, look, I thought in the first leg, Lincoln did a great job. I thought they played similar to how they've been playing all season. But they're in front of their fans, aren't they? And you're always going to be more egged up for the fans, wanting to do it. Second leg in the first half, they looked nervous. They're a young squad. I think we need to remember that. Lincoln are a young squad. Our former goalkeeper in there as well. So, look, it was good. I thought from Lincoln first leg and the second half of the second leg, I thought first half they let themselves down. But now look, credit to Lincoln and the team. Sunderland though, they'll be disappointed in that second leg. They had their chances. They had more than enough chances. Charlie White fucking up. Maybe he's actually not as good as people think he is, because when the pressure came to it, man bottled it. And he shouldn't have bottled it. He was in full confidence, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Should be slotting that in my opinion. But he's just bottled it, hasn't he? So, look, Charlie White, for me, everyone keeps going, oh, he's this championship player. I'm not convinced yet. There's elements of his game that are championship, but I don't think he's fully championship, is he? So, no, I think Sunderland will be disappointed. I think their fans' reaction to Lee Johnson was just shocking. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah.
But it just screams of how they treated Chris Coleman. They treated Chris Coleman. It screams of that. Look, Sunderland fans are, and I'm not even going to mince my words, they're fucking pricks. Sunderland fans are vile, disgusting assholes. I have a lot of respect for Newcastle fans, right? Because when we were in the Championship, we came across the Northerners, and they were very polite. They were awfully respectful. You can clearly tell they love their club. For Sunderland, I don't think there's a Sunderland fan that loves their club. I'm going to say that now.
On TV, they're good people.
No. Sunderland have no fans that like their club or care for their club. They're all just utter disgraces. And yeah, I don't care. Sunderland are such a horrible club. Most of their fans are so horrible, it's disgusting. So I hope they get relegated.
Well, if they're horrible and disgusting, then maybe they've got an owner that'll take them to Premier League, because that's where they are. They should be in the disgusting league. But I'll say from my point of view that Lincoln did a really good job, and I'd give praise to Appleton for a performance. It's just about, can they now turn up in the last 90 minutes of the season? And speaking of the last 90 minutes of the season, we go on to their opponents at Wembley at the end of the month. And that is, of course, the most informed club in the last 10, 20 games of the season, including playoffs, Blackpool Football Club, who's working on their first full season with the Liverpool under-23s coach, Neil Critchley, permanent manager, and their second full season under brand new ownership. I know Oxford United, they snuck into sixth place on the last day of the season, but Blackpool Football Club, man, what fans and what club they've got, and see the turnaround from the Oyston ownership a few years back. I mean, you've got to give them praise for everything that they threw at Oxford in both those legs.
I hope they get relegated.
It's only because there's a Blackpool fan that's going to banter you if they go up. That's why.
No, it's just because I don't see a obsession with liking Blackpool. They play in orange, and orange is such a disgusting colour. They're not tangerines, they're oranges. I'm gonna nickname the oranges. Blackpool just fuck Blackpool. Fuck Blackpool.
I guess I'm the only person speaking praise.
Shame Blackpool couldn't actually beat the worst, well, not the worst team, that's Bristol Rovers, isn't it? But most teams were able to beat us, but not fucking Blackpool. Says everything I need to know. Shit manager, shit fans, shit players. No wonder Ryan Hardy didn't want to go back.
Fair enough. I mean, looking at it from an Oxford perspective, then surely.
Oh, I like Oxford. I don't mind Oxford.
Yeah, no, surely they've got to come back next season. Otherwise, they've got to think about removing Carl Robinson.
Yeah, they'll be back. It's Oxford. They'll be back. Yeah, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, Oxford's got all this. They've still got the rumored takeover talks with the former Inter Milan owner still, on the clouds over Oxford. But I mean, Oxford have they got a bright future. I think, despite this season and how it ended, they've got a bright future as a football club.
Yeah. No, he's all right. I've got some comments here before you go to Max. Valve, we don't want to know anything about Liverpool. They're a Tin Pot club. Liverpool are Tin Pot. I want Blackpool to win promotion. Quitchy deserves it. No, he doesn't. He's shit. Lincoln need to win the playoffs. Absolutely. I'll back Lincoln. I like Lincoln. But I don't like them. Well, I do. I don't mind them. I like Argyle. I mean, love is a bit of a strong word at the moment. Although they're doing well, actually. Off the pitch, they're actually not pissing me off. So, I can talk about loving Argyle again now. Now the football season's finished anyway. I think towards the end of last season, it was more, I quite like Argyle. It was like, I can tolerate you at the moment, but you're really fucking pissing me off. So yeah, it was more of a love-hate relationship between us. They still haven't bought me my flowers and Maltesers. From being under 23 coach, get a win over Black Swan Shrewsbury of our under 23 players, possibly getting promoted with Blackpool. Well done. That's not an achievement. Any team, I'm being serious. Any team in League One should be beating a bunch of kids. But I still remain that. Well, I know we didn't, but we should have. I was very disappointed. The interesting thing for me is Ryan Lowe doesn't actually take charge of our Johnston Paint Trophy games. It's so funny. That's how little he values that competition. Steven Schumacher does it, which I'm not against. Steven is quite a good lad. Yeah, that's quite funny. But yeah, that's not an achievement. No, Blackpool for the win. No, I disagree, Velvishwan. You're wrong.
Before we get
also,
Max,
where's your fans? I'm bored. I want to banter some people. Where are they?
Well, I wish they turned up today. While we wait for them, before we get Max's opinions on this, what's your scoreline prediction for the final? Because Blackpool haven't been in a Wembley final since the time they got to the Premier League. Well, they lost in the playoff final when they got relegated straight back to the Championship. But Lincoln have not really been in a final for so many years, especially it's their first trip to the Championship in 40 years nearly. So who are you backing? Putting all rivalries aside and bantering that, realistically, looking at the both teams, who do you think will win that final? What score?
Nah, he ain't even there. I'll answer it. 2-0 Lincoln. Blackpool are just shit. No, what Blackpool done to you? They have a strange kit. They play in orange, and their fans are a bit weird. Very strange. I'm
going to pull the banter aside and go with a 2-1 Blackpool win, but that's just my opinion.
Lincoln are just a clear of them.
I think either club, whoever doesn't go up, will be involved in the promotion race again next season. I can guarantee you with that. Max. Max, what's your sort of predictions for the scoreline? I mean, Blackpool, the most informed team. Lincoln City, they haven't been to the Championship in nearly 40 years. As a whole fan, looking at who you want to see come up with you in Peterborough next season, who do you think is going to win the final and what score do you think it's going to be?
Well, it's a very tough decision, really, because obviously both teams have played well in some games. Blackpool has obviously had the better form. Vel said, what Blackpool done to you tonight, obviously, and not beat them. That's the thing. They haven't beaten Plymouth, which is quite surprising, but fair enough.
I was shocked as well. Don't worry about that. Everyone beats us. At least once.
But I think it's going to be a close game because both sides have been great this season. Lincoln obviously didn't have the right strategies in some games that dropped them a lot of points from first to sixth, and then they went back up to third. But I still see the Seasiders coming through on this one. I'd personally like Blackpool to come up. If they don't, I don't care because we'd still be in the Championship no matter what. But I think it'll be a little bit of a stunner, and I think it'll be either 1-0 Blackpool or a 2-1 Blackpool.
Okay, that's fair enough. We're going to wrap up League Two with the final coming up. So obviously it's Morecambe versus Newport County. It's Kevin Ellison's old club versus Kevin Ellison's new club. The 41-year-old scoring in that second leg against Forest Green Rovers. I mean, no, both semi-finals delivered some impactful stuff. Both delivered some excellent moments. The Newport Forest Green second leg was probably the most exciting of the playoff semi-finals of all the divisions. Both finalists. I know you don't like Derek Adams. I know Newport's a new club. Do you think they both technically deserve to be there? And what score do you think it'll be in the final?
So if I think about this logically in the cycle of Derek Adams, because he's a tosser, they will get to the final, bottle it 2-0. They won't even turn up. Basically, they'll just sit on the floor, do their jigsaws, maybe get a yogurt pot, do sleeping lions. God knows what Derek Adams does to him. To be fair, if I was playing under Derek Adams, I'd fall asleep as well. But then, yeah, Newport will win that. I mean, Morecambe, as I said, they just won't turn up. Derek's tactically inept. Then they'll be on a title push next year, and then they'll bottle the title on the final day to a team like Grimsby, where all they have to do is win. But then their fans will call that a huge achievement getting promoted, even though you missed out on the title because of your own fault, because you draw. So yeah. Such a great manager. What a dickhead.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, Max. I mean, looking at the final, looking at
it, by the way.
Yeah, big up. But we're looking at
Daniel's chatting shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. Even though I'm a Hull fan, I'd really like that to happen. But I'm going to tell you now, that's never going to fucking happen. I'm sorry, but we can't.
Might do
I'm
on
sorry,
FIFA.
but as a Hull fan, I cannot see us going straight up to the Prem. I'd like it.
Also,
I'd love
shall
it to
sit
happen,
down.
but still, nah.
The fans are telling you to sit down.
They can go put themselves. But Max, your thoughts.
Do you know what? For the first time ever, is you abusing Doncaster fans, not me. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Have a word with yourself.
If they're telling me to sit down, they can sit the foot down. Max, your thoughts on the final? Because we've got two. I mean, Morecambe's been in their division the longer than any other club in any other division. They've been in League Two, nearly 16 years. That's longer than any other club in any division. Newport, on the other hand, have been in the playoff final a couple of years ago. I think the semi-final a couple of years ago. Didn't win.
I just want to address this comment quickly. Prime and Rachel aren't stood up, so that's an infactual statement because they're not stood up and they are the best on the first XI. Big up to Prime and Rachel. They've obviously been covering for whilst Indiana. I think Indiana's been working a lot, so Rachel and Prime have sort of stood in from. So big up to them. They're doing a great job. See, the EFL show can be respectful and not call Rachel the thumbnail lady. Isn't that right,
Aaron? Max, your thoughts? Morecambe versus Newport. Newport were there 2 years ago in the final or semi-final, didn't win. Morecambe have been in their division longer than any other club in 16 years. Do you think it's Morecambe's time to go up a league for the first time in over a decade or nearly 2 decades, or do you think Newport will finally do it 2 or 3 years later?
I think Morecambe will do it because they've got obviously the confidence to go into it, and obviously they haven't been.
We have that as well, don't we?
Last time out for Newport, obviously it was a 4-3 against Forest Green. That was the closest game I've ever seen. It was 119th winner, I think. 119th.
That was a wonderful game.
Nicky Maynard. Oh no. He used to play for Cardiff. When we drew 2-2 with Cardiff, he ruined it. But but that was just very unlucky. It was in the last couple of minutes, so Forest Green very unlucky. So Newport, I don't see them winning this, and I think it will be Morecambe's time to push on. If I had to give an early score prediction, with the form Morecambe have got, they are sitting in fourth with 23 wins. Newport have 20. I really couldn't see this going another way other than being a Morecambe 2-1 victory.
Yeah, I get that. I'm going with the 2-1 win for Morecambe. I mean, now you'll like this. There was a tweet out from a fan. I don't know who it supports, but there was a tweet out saying, imagine if Kevin Ellison scores a 90th minute winner and slides in front of Derek Adams to celebrate Newport's promotion. I mean, would that be the ultimate insult and the ultimate game for the Plymouth fans?
I was going to stream it, but Liam's doing it on his channel, so I thought I wouldn't take any views off him. So I'm not going to be doing that. Luckily enough, I'm a kind guy, you see, a very kind guy. Also, it's in the middle of transfer talk, and I don't want to ruin that. But yeah, that'd be ultimate shithousery, wouldn't it? I mean, Ellis, is it Ellis or Ellison? Ellis. He's already an Argyle legend for what he did. I don't even use that word loosely. Fucking legend. Big up to him. He is a Football League legend, just purely for shithousery. If I had the opportunity to shout and scream at Derek Adams, I'd also headbutt him. I would. Actually, I feel more sorry for him. He's such an angry man.
Yeah.
There's no accountability. One angry man. I'll go for comments now because we've had a few. Some are asking about your life. I don't know why. Daniel says Rachel is brilliant. Rachel and Prime is brilliant. Let's not leave out Prime. Rachel and Prime are doing a brilliant job. Shalbro, not trying to hate or anything, but why you stood up?
Because I'm humble.
Because he's cool, apparently. I don't know about that. Enough of this chat. I want to know if Aaron has another date. Let the people know. that obviously.
Do they not check out my socials?
No idea.
Clearly not.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. He's now got a wife. Smithy saying, of course he does. I'm not reading that out.
Here come the Donny fans that can attack you at any point now.
You talk more about Exeter than you talk about Plymouth. I actually haven't mentioned Exeter in 32 minutes, so let's talk about Exeter. Unlucky dickheads. That's all I have to say, really. But Smithy, if you were here from the beginning, you'd know I actually didn't mention Exeter City. I was talking about Morecambe. But nice to know I'm in your head. And Daniel saying, and Prime 2. And Prime 2, indeed. Rachel and Prime. Big ups to them. But yeah, the haters started. I'm loving it. I'm excited. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, it's a mad one. I mean, obviously, we've got the playoff finals coming up at the end of the month. That's going to be it for the English Football League season. There is something I want to talk about now, and it's not. I know it's not Football League. I know, but they're going to be in the Football League next season. They're going to. I mean, we've got to give them congratulations on this show. Sutton United.
I hope that wasn't directed to me.
But yeah, Sutton United. We've got to give them credit in this particular episode, since they are going to be part of the EFL show next season. Brand new club, first time ever in the Football League. Max, I'll come to you first of all. Finally, Sutton United. What an achievement for them.
Yeah, brilliant achievement for that sort of club, Sutton United. I still remember when they played Arsenal and their keeper on the bench had a pie. that is a moment and a half. But congrats to them. I saw it.
Didn't he get done for match? Didn't he get done for that?
I think so.
I actually don't know. I actually didn't look into it. But
Pretty
all
sure
I saw was
the
commentators go, "Oh, he's having a pie and he might come on soon." I'm like, well, good luck.
I mean, that's not league for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I liked about Jamie Vardy. He's got the Premier League sort of goal.
He had a pie on the bench, you weird bastard. Big up to you.
It was the thing I liked about Jamie Vardy. He was a Premier League goal scorer.
Yeah. This is what I'm on about. He bet on himself for it. He bet himself that he put a bet on saying he'd eat a pie during the game. I think he won a lot of money for it as well. I think he won a lot of money. I mean, I doubt Sky Bet were really thinking one of the footballers would eat a fucking pie, but I suppose FA Cup and
Yeah, well, it's.
Do you reckon that? Do you reckon any of your players going to do that this season? Just munch on a pie halfway through a game. The question is it going to be a hot pie or a cold pie? That's going to be the question. It's got to be hot.
I'd rather take a hot pie.
It's got to be a hot pie. Can't be a cold pie. That'd be revolting.
And I think the question for Plymouth Argyle next season, if they're building such a strong squad, is if they're not going to eat it, how are they going to serve it to all the other teams?
Well, I hope none of my players are eating pies. To be fair, pasty down in Plymouth's good.
Yeah.
Have you ever travelled down to Plymouth Aaron for a match?
I haven't. No, I've never been down to. I've been to Devon before, like when I was younger, but never the Plymouth area.
You should come down next season and have a pasty. The pasties are lovely.
Yeah,
this is
I love a pasty.
No wonder you love sausage rolls. I don't like the sausage. I don't mind a sausage roll, but I do like a good pasty. This is what the EFL show is going to be for next week or two. Is transfers are going to take their sweet ass time by the looks of it. So we're going to be talking about food or God knows what. Talking of that, I've got curry tonight. Don't have that at home, Mark.
My team's on the table waiting for me after this stream right now. So
let it go cold. What a weird human.
No. I'd rather finish the EFL show in style. I'll make the sacrifice.
Yeah, but to be fair, you should tell your servant not to cook it until after the EFL show.
They didn't know I was doing this, so
well, you do it every fucking week.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, there's no other EFL stuff.
This is where we find out that Aaron is actually calling his mum his servant.
But no, we are EFL stuff now, so we are going to wrap it up soon. It's been a short show today because there's not been.
We can try. We can make it go for an hour. I reckon. We can talk about more food. God knows what. I don't know. We'll see. Get the comments in. Here's a question for the comments. Name me your favorite item of food that they sell at your club. That is the question. So, what is your favorite thing that you buy from your club at before the game or during halftime? What do you go for? That's the question today. Do you go for a pasty, a sausage roll, pie, a burger? What do you go for? Although to be fair, Forest Green, name me your favorite vegan thing. Omar Bogle might as well. The best thing you've done doing over the shirt is servant. Oh, Keith says a steak pie, 100%, no fork.
Oh,
thank you. Just primal with your hands. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have a napkin. Smithy says it's all shit.
How can he say that? The hot dogs.
What's your favourite one, Aaron? What's your favourite when you go to a chemo? What do you normally go for? Apart from the sausage roll.
The hot dogs are just amazing at the chemo. They're lovely, nice and packed.
Inside the stadium.
Yeah, we have hot drinks and coffee and a hot dog inside the stadium. Let us have a beer.
So do we. We of course have them. But our hot dogs are normally done in the vans outside. Don't have that inside.
No, we have an official. We have a few restaurants inside the stadium before you go into the stands, right outside the entrance to the stands.
So do we. That's where we get our pasty.
If we'll get relegated to League One again, I'm going to the keep mode.
Yeah, it looks like you get a fucking 3-course meal there, or hot dog.
Yeah.
I'll bet you get a hot dog. Oh, unlucky. It's like £4 for cold chips. Smithy is not impressed with the service of the keep, mate. That's all I'm going to say.
Not be. It's brilliant.
I don't know. Have you ever had the chips, Aaron?
They are brilliant.
Are they normally cold?
No, they're brilliant. They're nice and lukewarm.
Are you saying this because Club watch you?
Not just because of that. Because I think it's nice.
Hot dog, what the fuck? Keith is absolutely ripping you for the hot dog. Absolutely loving it.
That's what I think.
Bring food with me. Bring food with me. Food at Stamford Bridge are expensive. Pay enough from a season ticket. I hear that. People who serve are bloody hell. Let's not do that.
What the?
Charles, they must be treating you differently in the family stand. Is that where you sit in the chemo? Is it in the family end?
No, I usually sit behind the goals where the atmosphere is.
Well, Keith is saying that you sit in the family stand. So I don't know who. I don't know. I don't know who to believe. Do I believe you or Keith? This is the question.
I'm where the atmosphere is, bro.
Oh, well, Smithy's saying he's lying as well.
Is he?
So that's 2v1.
This Smithy guy, is he part of our fan base or is he an undercover Plymouth fan?
He ain't one of ours, mate. He ain't one of ours. I can tell with one of ours. They're much more dumb than that. Keep saying, Shalbo, I've never seen you mad respect for the family stand. Oh, Charlotte's getting ripped into.
The championship before we got relegated. I was behind the goal, so I saw both goals come flying.
See, even Max, even Max sits behind the goal or stands. I sit behind the goal in Devonport. Charlie's in the family end.
I saw some wonderful goals behind the. I saw one of the goals a few years ago in South Yorkshire Derby against Rotherham. That were a wonderful goal behind goals.
Clearly not about. Clearly, you can't get hot dogs behind the goals.
I managed to get them in there.
Smithy says, respect family stand full of hooligans. Now I'm starting to see the problems with Doncaster.
Best commentator line to use at the keep mode. He's close to the hot dogs. He's closest to hitting the hot dog stand behind the stadium.
I mean, to be fair, what else they have at the keep mode? So. Obviously you got restaurants, so I'm guessing you got like a little cocktail bar. I mean,
yeah, we've got a bar area. We've got a bar area. We've got restaurants. We've got because
when you say restaurant, right? I wanna quiz you on this restaurant, right?
Right.
Is it like a sit down restaurant or is it just like a kiosk?
We have a mixture. So we've got kiosks behind the stand. We've also got an area further down where it's like a proper sitting restaurant.
Sitting restaurant?
We have a bloody cafe around the other side of the stadium. We have a sitting cafe underneath the stadium, man.
I'll tell you, if I get a ticket to go see Doncaster or Hull City versus Doncaster in like a friendly outcome.
When John Ryan built the stadium in 2007, we don't fuck about.
Right. 1 minute. So Keith saying family stand DDDDR. We don't have restaurants, lads. I mean,
yeah, we do.
We have bars where you can buy food.
Unless you're in a different part of the stadium, Keith.
Yeah. Where's this restaurant? Well, that's two of them asking where this restaurant is. Charles is a box. Where is this Charles watching from the box? We're seeing it now. We're seeing it. Charles would punt you, lad. So yeah, so you've got a fucking cafe at a football stadium. There's most lads like most lads like going to a cafe before the football. I mean, I wouldn't want to go. Look, if Home Park had a cafe, I wouldn't want to go in there. That's all I'm saying. But there was a beautiful time, right? I was living. Where was I living at this point? Paynton, I think. I was living in Paynton. Beautiful, because we'd get the train from Paynton to Plymouth. Right, you'd have to go like New and Abbott, Totnes. We'd actually get off at Totnes because at the train station, mad cafe, like full English breakfast, absolutely lush. Me and my dad used to do it all the time, absolutely brilliant. But I wouldn't go to a cafe at Home Park. That's a bit mad.
Next time I get to go to a Hull City game, I'll try and get a vlog and I'll show you what we have at the KCOM. All we have is like a little mini bar with like 5 stools, and all I get is either a chocolate bar and a Coke, or chips and sausage rolls. That'd be fucking ass.
Smithy said half time Charles has a pint of caviar. Fucking hell. A pint of caviar. Jesus Christ.
No,
if he was to have a pint of caviar, is caviar the egg stings?
I've got no idea what it is even, so.
Well, look, if it was what I think it is, which is food, his man boobs would be a size of like China. And quail eggs. What is quail eggs?
I don't even know this shit, man.
I mean, I'm gonna Google caviar now. I'm gonna see what you have at half time, because Smithy would never lie. Love. It would never lie. Never.
Well,
lie.
clearly he does.
I mean, I don't think he is.
It's a food consisting of salt-cured roe of the family Acipendenseridae, or whatever that word is.
Anyway, Niall. Anyways, I've got to go off and have a tea now.
That's grim.
Quail eggs are considered a delicacy in many parts of the world.
Of course, it's from France. Of course, it's from France. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm gonna get off.
Caviar is like fish eggs.
Yeah.
Shows the IQ of Plymouth fans. Well, no. I'm sure we have some posh. I'm sure we have some posh bastards at Plymouth. I'm sure we have some posh bastards at Plymouth, but nah, not for me. Donny Scrubber likes me knows this. See, I never lie. Smithy's not lying. So Charles has a pint of fish eggs, which is grim in itself, and quail eggs, which is just. I mean, whatever floats your boat, Aaron, isn't it? But yeah, we can wrap up. I feel like the news in the EFL has been a bit slow this week.
It has indeed. I mean, we're going to probably leave it there. Smithy, you're a lying prick. But
for the first time ever, it's not me abusing the Doncaster fans. It's actually Alan. And any complaints, send them to the First XI on Twitter. Aaron's gonna have the first complaint put in against him.
Matt, where can they find you?
Keith says free Smithy, and then Smithy says love you too, bro. The love. All I'm seeing is class. Is love.
Matt, where can they find you, my bro?
Find me at YouTube _MaxTigerHD on Twitter, MaxTigerHD official on Instagram, and MaxTigerHD on YouTube. I'll be doing Euro content as well. We all probably will, to be honest. We've been talking about it a lot. So yeah, I just want to quickly spread a fact with you guys about the Hull City. They put on their Twitter, we've had the most away goals this season. 48 for Hull City, 39 for Liverpool, 41 for Oldham, 43 for Cambridge, and 40 for Brentford and Man City. So we've had more away goals than Manchester City.
Not too bad.
And also, I'm just going to pay our respects a little bit in memory of Chris Chilton, Hull City legend from 1943 to 2021. He was one of our best players back in the day, and he unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks back. So all my thoughts go out to his friends and family.
Yeah.
The Smithy saying Charles got fake transfers to retweet, so he has to go.
We haven't even signed.
Oh, they're not touching me with a barge pole at the moment. They are ripping the shit out of you.
We haven't even gotten anywhere near transfers. And also, can I just say, Aaron, Malik Wilkes came from Doncaster. He went from Doncaster to Barnsley. So
yeah. Of course. Now, where can they find you, mate?
China. Nah, you can find me in North Korea. Again, only joking. That's a very dictator country. But you can find me on Twitter at Nile_PAFC, running away from the Chinese Communist Party. God knows how I've got into this. Fuck knows. You can also find me on YouTube. YouTube at Let's Talk Premier League. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, I've got a weekly review show, 8:30. We'll be doing Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Flop of the Season, Manager of the Season, Team of the Season, Flop Team of the Season, and the Surprise Package. Plenty of awards going out. And we're also going to be giving it.
I have a suggestion for Flop Team of the Season. The one who played Charlton Athletic.
This is for the Premier League, isn't it? And we're also going to have Dickhead of the Season. Which, why do I feel like it could go to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? So tune in at 8:30 for that one. It's going to be an absolutely brilliant show. Keith saying, "Oh no, you funny man, you do crack me up. Thanks for letting me know you're only joking." Yeah, I'm not really in China, not yet. Anyway, banter. Thought you were actually in North Korea for a second. Yeah, mate. They would let me on YouTube. They would let me on YouTube in North Korea, wouldn't they? Probably not. God knows.
But of course, guys.
Anyway, I don't think North Korea likes gay people anyway, so I'll probably be murdered.
You can find me on Twitter at @Aaron_Challoner. We're on the Reds with K. From a football DRFC video coming out this evening. Stay tuned. We're gonna wrap this up. My laptop's about to die of battery. But thank you very much, guys.
Now we got the real reason why I wanted to go. Now
we're back at 6:30 on Monday. But for now, guys, take care. God bless. That is full time, and we'll see you guys next week. Where hopefully it's me, Nal, and Charlie. See you later, guys. Up the Argyle, up the Rovers, up the Hull, up the Gas. Thank you very much.
It's okay. I'll tell you the next show. The next show is tomorrow. Next Gen Football. That is tomorrow. So make sure you tune in then. Shal, can you shout out the group chat on your new video? That one that my mate is in.
I've got no idea.
Message him on Twitter, Keith. He'll get back to you. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. Big thanks to everyone watching. Hopefully we'll get some new stories. But in the meantime, think about your favourite food at your club and let us know that. I want to hear your answers next week. But until next time, thanks for watching.
And we'll see if Doncaster actually do have